Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel Baby Tree. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my maple collection. It's not real big. I only started a year ago and I first started by growing some maples from seed. We had a little bit of success, so I'm going to share them with you today. And I also skipped a few steps and bought a couple of maples as well. I love maples, and the ones I have, I'm learning a lot. So in the last year I've already learned a lot of things. There's a lot to know about maples, and anyone who loves maples will know that sometimes it can be a little bit tricky keeping them happy. So I'm going to share some of the things I learned this year, and let's go. This is my little Japanese maple collection, Acer palmatums that I grew from seed. So I started these ones a year ago. This is the success I've had so far. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I showed these in another video when I was showing how to grow them from seed. And I'm pretty happy with the success we have. They're growing pretty well. So it's summer at the moment, so they've just got all their new foliage. Trying to keep them from frying in the sun. As you can see, they do dry up a bit. That's actually from the wind, so I gotta try and keep them out of the wind. Okay, over here, this is one of my favorites. So this is a Sango kaku. It is known as a coral bark maple, and you can tell it's got this beautiful red bark to the tree. It's really pretty. I actually don't keep this in the sun, but if I did, this would be even more vibrant red. And as you can see, the leaves, if you look in really closely, they're very dry all around the tips. And this is from the wind. We've had so much wind here in the last few months, and I was wondering how this was going to go with the wind, and this is what I've come out with. I'm actually happy that it survived it pretty good, not too bad. Okay, this one here is my autumn blaze. I'll just show you quickly. So this is an Acer freemani Jeffers red autumn blaze, and you can see by the picture it gets a beautiful red. So I'm hoping this is what we might get in autumn. And I did also used to have this one in the shade, and it really wasn't thriving. So I decided to put it out in the sun, and since I've done that, it started sprouting all this new growth and foliage. And you can see the new foliage is this beautiful red. It's so pretty, and I get so excited wondering like how much growth I'm gonna get during the growing period. So, and I'm really looking forward to the red color of autumn. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here is a crimson sentry, and it's actually a maple that is from Norway. So it's not a Japanese maple, but it's still so beautiful, and I love the gorgeous big purple leaves it gets. Now, if you look at these leaves up here, they don't have a vibrant color. As you can see, these are quite dry. They're like a little bit of a, I don't even know what you would call that color. That is actually my fault, because when I got this tree, I had it in the shade, and I've learned in the last few months that if you have a tree that tends to turn red in color, it really needs the sun most of the time. So I took it out of the shade, and the whole tree looked like this, and it was shriveling up, looking nasty. And I thought, this tree needs something different. Put it in the sun, and as soon as I did that, it started shooting out these gorgeous big purple leaves. So I learned my lesson, and now I just know that not to be scared of the sun. I just have to keep up the watering, and some trees really do thrive and benefit from the extra sun. So I learned that from that one, and I can't wait till it fills out. It will be more of a columnar shape, so it's not going to go out. It's going to be more like, yeah, column. So this maple down here is a North American maple. It is either a sugar maple or it's a Canadian maple, actually. I can't remember which is which. I bought two. There's this one, and over here there's this one. I got them both at the same time, and the labels did not actually come on them. And so, it was a little grasshopper, get rid of that. So these, I got mixed up. That one I just showed you, and this one, I don't know which is which. One's a Canadian maple, one's a sugar maple. Either way, they're both from like North American, Canada. And you can see the leaves are a little bit different to a Japanese maple. These maple trees you can let grow and then actually get maple syrup from them. So yeah, I'm excited to see if we end up doing that. Okay, so this one here is an Acer palmatum Japanese maple. It's an Atropurpureum. It's a little bit tricky to say, and it tends to go like a bright red. Again, I learned the hard way. I had it in the shade. I actually had quite a few maples in the shade around my fish pond because I wanted like a pretty little zen garden with my little goldfish and the maples kind of hanging over. But the trees were not doing well. They weren't thriving. They ended up going quite a bit of a green color and quite dry. They just weren't happy, and they were actually getting a lot of wind as well, which really dries out the leaves. So this one wasn't looking happy, so I put it in the sun just to see if it would help, because again, it's a tree that turns red. I've heard that that means it likes the sun. So I've put it out here, and since doing that, it has gone like a little bit of a coral color. So I'm excited to see just how vibrant it gets in autumn, and it should be absolutely beautiful. I'm really hoping, and I've learned my lesson now to make sure that these don't get too much shade because they like the sun. Okay, so this one as well, one more thing is that when I had it in the shade next to a lot of other plants, it started to get spider mite, and that is terrible for your trees. Everyone kind of freaks out if their plants get spider mite. I don't know if you can see here. You can see there's all these little black dots. I've been trying to get rid of it, and so far it is cleaning up pretty good. The way I've been trying to get rid of it is to just get the hose, put it on a hard spray, and just shoot it at the tree. And it actually seems to clean it up pretty good. I don't like to use a lot of sprays and pesticides or anything like that. So just shooting the hose seems to be working pretty good. So I'm going to keep doing that and working on getting rid of that. These 4 Japanese maples here are just a common Acer palmatum Japanese maple. I picked these up actually on Facebook Marketplace, and they were really cheap. It was a really good deal, and I can't wait for them to grow bigger and fill out. This one actually has a bit of a weed in it, but I'm letting it grow just a tiny bit just to see what kind of plant it is, because sometimes you know, different plants, they can self-seed into pots or even in the grass, and I like to wait just a little bit to see, is it really a weed or is it actually something that I could take out and repot and got a free plant. So I'm going to leave that one for now and wait. These also have been getting a little bit of spider mite, so I've been shooting them with the water spraying, trying to get rid of it, but they're doing pretty good. And as you can see, the tips here, this is all fresh foliage, and I love the fresh foliage because it gets this pretty little coral color, orangey, and it just looks, I don't know, like all little frosted tips. Looks pretty. So these trees are still pretty young, but they're doing really well. And when I say young, they could still be a couple of years old. So they're not young as in months. These could be a few years old still, but they're doing really well. Yeah. Okay, and so my last one, this is just another basic Japanese maple. I was a little bit worried about this one because we are in summer and I still didn't have any new foliage. It was still dormant, and as you can see, there are still quite a lot of branches that are dormant, but it looks healthy, so I will still see them start sprouting new leaves. Up here we have some tiny fresh little baby leaves coming through, so that's a good sign. And also over here, up the top here, there's also a little bit of a fresh sprout. So I'm hoping that it will fill out because, like I said, we're in summer, and so soon it's going to be autumn and they'll start losing their leaves. So I'm like, come on, you've got to get your leaves before autumn, and you start losing them all. And again, I love all the beautiful orangey tips from the fresh growth. This branch is growing really long. Some people will try to shape their maples. I know a lot of people like to bonsai their maples. For me personally, I really love the shape that they grow naturally sometimes. So I'm just going to let all of mine grow with a natural shape. Perhaps maybe one of the baby ones that I grew from seed, I might try to turn into a bonsai, but I've had a very bad experience with doing bonsai before, and I kind of butchered a plant and I'm embarrassed about that, so I'm not really looking forward to trying it because I don't want to ruin any of my plans. Okay, so after we recorded the maples that I have, I did also want to include this one here. So this actually isn't a maple, this is a liquid amber, but you can see by the foliage that it is very similar to a maple. This tree grows so big and it has the most gorgeous autumn displays similarly to a maple. So even though it's not a maple, I really did want to include it in my video of maples. I also include it in my maple collection, but it is a liquid amber, so it is a different type of tree, but still very much similar to a maple. So yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so there you go guys, that's my little maple collection. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.